Happy International Women's Day to all ladies out there. Today is International Women's Day, when we celebrate women. And I thought of just jumping in and for this quick video to celebrate some of the ladies who have inspired my life and made my life to be the way it is. And I know maybe you have ladies out there, could be your mom, could be your sister, could be your stepmom, could be your grandmother, could be an auntie, could be a neighbor, could be a teacher who has inspired you and inspired your life. And you know, this is a beautiful day to send a message, to send a bouquet of flowers and just celebrate them and tell them that you love them. There are many days when we wait for occasions or when people are dead to lay and send a lot of flowers to them to show them that we loved them. But I do think that God has given all of us an opportunity when we are alive to send a message to people and show them that we love them. You know, giving that bouquet of flowers when people can smell the fragrance, or that hug when people can feel your heartbeat, is so important. And in this video, I want to celebrate a number of women that have been inspirational or that have inspired my life in one way or another. And the first lady is my grandmother. Most of you have heard my story, and if you've not had an opportunity to hear my story, I'll repeat it again. But you can watch in the very first video, I think, and I can put it out here so that you can hear more about my story. My grandmother. I am a grandmother's child. I am a grandmother's daughter. I am a grandmother's grandchild. And this is a woman who took care of me, who brought me up from when I was 9 months old. Is it 8 months or 9 months old? I was born by a single mom. I was born and brought up by a single mom. And my mom gave birth to me when she was a teenager, and now I understand more what could have happened. And my father, that's what I was told, was not ready to take care of me. At that time, my grandfather was this harsh African man, where you would not even give birth at home and bring up a child. It was a shame and an embarrassment. And so after my mom gave birth to me, and what I was told by my aunties is, you know, she could not even bear the pregnancy, the full term of the pregnancy at home. She had to run away to one of her aunties, who is one of my grandmother, to be with her for quite some time. But when the time came for her to give birth, of course she had to come back home and give birth. And I was born this beautiful this beautiful baby. And of course, she had to come home, but staying at home was not a good option for her because of my grandmother my grandfather was very harsh, and so she left me and ran away to the city to look for greener pastures, to be able to provide for me. And she left me under the care of my grandmother, oh bless her, and my aunties at that time. And as long as I remember, and most of the people who know me when I was growing up, I used to say that I am Nyambura of my grandmother's daughter. And that is all that I knew. That's all that I knew, that my grandmother was my mom and the person that I looked up to. And I do remember when of course I didn't come from a well-to-do family. We were struggling, we were poor. But there is no single day that my grandmother discriminated me from the rest of her daughters. She treated me as that girl who is like her daughter. She took care of me. She provided for me. She would buy clothes for me. She fed me. And I mean, she was the greatest encouragement that I've ever had. When I was going to school, those old days, I remember her encouraging me to work hard in school, be the very best that I can be, so that I can alleviate poverty from her lineage and from her lineage, and so that her generation would break out of the circle of poverty. And she would remind me to buy her a blanket when I get my first job. Of course, I have bought so many blankets for her, and clothes and many other things. But I remain the best grandchild to my grandmother. I celebrate my grandmother. She is the best friend that I have. You should see us when we meet. She runs to meet me. She is this very old grandmother. She was born in 1937, but she will, every time she will see me, she will run to me to hug me and sings those traditional songs to welcome me home. My grandmother, I celebrate her. I love her, and she knows it. Everyone knows that I love my grandmother so deeply. She influenced my dreams. She listened to my dreams. She listened to me when I said I want to become wealthy. She listened to me when I said I would want to fly to other countries, although I did not know that other countries existed. She believed in my dream. She believed, she even nicknamed me as money, as beer. And she would listen to my old tales and my stories and how wealthy I wanted to become. I have become the person that I am because of that old lady, of this old lady. When I was in high school, there are many days when I would be sent out of school because of lack of fees. And I do remember my grandmother crying and toiling and working hard and selling potatoes to send me back to school. And she would never eat even a meal, thinking that Nyambura, her favorite grandchild, is not in school. I celebrate my grandmother. I celebrate her today. During this International Women's Day, I celebrate her. The other person that I would like to celebrate is my mom, of course. She gave birth to me. And now I do understand the struggles she went through in bearing me. Thank you, my mom. You did not abort me. All odds were against you. You know, situations were against you. But you did not abort me. You gave birth to me. You left the village to go to the city to look for greener pastures for yourself, but also for us. I do remember you bought me my first shoe, you know, and you would make sure that you are able to do the best that you could. Thank you for paying my fees. Thank you for supporting me in my career. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for not giving up to me, even when I was very rude and not understanding why you are living in Nairobi and leaving us in the city and leaving us in the village. Thank you for going an extra mile to make sure that we are well provided for. You had very little. You are doing meager jobs. You are doing sometimes selling illegal brews just to make sure that we are provided for. Now I understand, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to make one of your wildest dreams. It wasn't in your dream to come to the UK, but you've been to the UK. There are so many women who are out there who coming to the UK or traveling in an aircraft is a dream. It was never your dream to come to the UK, to travel to another country, but you've been here. And that was just a beginning, because this is our second home. The UK is our second home. And so this will continue to be your home as long as you live. As long as you live. Now, as a parent, I understand the struggles that you went through. I do remember you and my grandmother, when my husband died, when my husband passed away. You were the only two people, plus one of my aunties and my sisters, who stuck with me, who stayed on with me, who stayed in my house for days to make sure that we were coping, to make sure that we were okay. And even after that, because you knew that I was struggling financially, you'd send potatoes, and cabbages and carrots, so that your children and your grandchildren, would not go hungry. Thank you for many sacrifices that you have made to make sure that me and my siblings, attained education, are educated, and had the provision, the very basic provision that you were able to provide for us at that time. Thank you so very much. And many other women out there, my aunties who are there with me, who grew up with me. I know we were competing for attention from my grandparents with you, but yes, you took care of me, and you embraced me in your fold. And I remember one of my youngest my youngest aunties, who is the last born, you would give me your old clothes after growing them. You'd pass them on to me so that I could wear them, and they would be nice clothes. And you taught me how to do life, and how to be courageous, and how to fight for myself. Others who have passed away, like my auntie Wangari, who supported my education, who supported my transitions, who supported me to even go to a better high school when everyone else had given up, and they thought that I should settle for the least. She believed in me. She is late now, but she was one of my best friends. She would come to see me in high school, visit me, and bring chapati for me. I am so grateful for her. I'm so grateful for all my aunties. I'm so grateful for each one of them, and they know that I honor them. I do not get into the fight when they are fighting as siblings. I choose to fight my battles and stick on my lane as a niece. That's what I always choose to. Yeah, thank you. And for all the teachers, the female teachers who are out there, who are my role models, and who supported me so much to see my potential, but also explore the person that I would want to be, and the person that I would want to become. Thank you for educating me. Yeah, and so many other people, pastors' wives, who have been role models to me. And so many of my friends who are ladies, and who stuck with me. One of them is Shifa, who has stuck with me, who has been my friend for so many years. I think about 19 years now since we met at work. She has stuck with me. She has been there with me during my celebrations, during my sad times, during those nasty times. And she is the only person that I call when I am going through stuff, when I'm going through, difficult times, when I have things to celebrate, when I have things to laugh about. She's the one person who will listen to me when I am going through my, the valley of decision. We all go through the valley of decision. She is that one person who will go the miles for me. My sisters and her family and my family know us as sisters, not as friends. I know she lives in the US right now. It is something that we dreamt together. We prayed together. We've had our difficult times, and we've always shared them as friends. Thank you, Elishifa, for being my friend. Thanks to another girl called Wairimo, who is my friend. I celebrate you, my friend. You've stuck with me as well. You are that go-to girl. When I come to Nairobi, your house is always available for me. Yeah, sometimes I just come. There are many times when I have thought that maybe maybe I'm invading your space and would go out to stay with other people in a hotel, and you would boldly come in to get me out of those places and get me to the right place where I belong. And that is your home, working with me, helping me, supporting me, my go-to person, my confidant as well, and many other ladies out there. I don't want to name all of them. I just give you a shout, but also to my followers and the people that look up to me. Yes, I celebrate you. Thank you for giving me the space to influence your lives, to influence the people you become. And thank you for challenging me to stretch further, but also look at the opportunities that I could open up for you. My team as well, the team that I lead at my place of work, my boss, who is a lady as well, and many others who have shaped the person that I have become. This is International Women's Day, when we make a difference and when we celebrate great women who are our friends and who are our sisters. And when I came to the UK, of course, I had to join the communities here. And I've had a number of ladies who have been very influential and who have impacted my life. I am just from a prayer meeting right now. The pastoral team reached out to me because I'm on my sabbatical, to pray with me, to speak life to me, to encourage me, and just to let me know that they are standing with me, and they're there with me. I had two ladies who have spent a whole hour. They've sacrificed their time to be with me. Thank you to them. Thank you to my friend Rahab and her family, who are Nyambura, my very, very close friends, and whose house is always open for me to walk in together with my children. And we feel at home, we feel loved and celebrated. The people, the family who will not go a whole week without calling me, texting me, sending me a message just to know that they are there. Catherine, Amy, Rose, Lara, Tereri, and Edge, and many others that I'm not going to details. I celebrate you, great ladies. You are my friends, and you're in my circle. Pauline, who else? Pauline, Wamboi, and the other Wamboi, Maren. So many ladies out there who surround me and celebrate me in this country. I am so, so grateful, and I am so, so blessed to be surrounded by strong women, women of character, women that I would look up to, women who challenge my thinking, women who are always reaching out to tell me that they are wishing me well and that they are there for me. I am so grateful. I am so, so grateful. Grateful for my girls as well, Deborah and Favor. And I look forward to the kind of women that you become. You are not troubled young people. You are always there, encouraging mommy and being there for her. A big shout out, a big shout to you all. Yes, I'm in this lovely place. I've just come to take some tea and just feel love myself as well, because self-love is quite key if you want to love others. Give shout out to everyone, and remember, this is a day to send love and light and prayers and bouquet of flowers and just a word to women out there who have been quite influential to your life. Yes, this is Lydia. She inspires all. I'll be sending more videos here, so please do subscribe, follow me, and just hit that button so that you are notified anytime I upload my videos. I love you and I celebrate you. This is Lydia. She inspires all. Bless you.